Okay, so we're learning the graph, and I want to, let me open this up. Not that. That is that. And, it's called the Phillips Curve. Phillips Curve. Brought to you by Mr. Phillips. I looked up his name earlier. It's William, which is kind of like a letdown. I thought it'd be something like exotic and unique. There's William. What?
Will Phil.
Will Phil. Will Phil. Yes, I guess so. So just as friends. I think, we would call him Mr. Phillips or Professor Phillips or something like that. But I don't know if we're close enough. Is he dead? To Will Phil? Is he dead? I'm assuming he's got to be dead. He's got to be dead. Hey, Caitlin, you're on your phone. Surprise. Can you look up if William Phillips is dead? Is William Phillips, founder of the Phillips Curve? Is he deceased?
No, he's alive.
No, he's not. Is he
This is
really?
a physicist.
He's definitely not a physicist. Whatever, I don't care. So, this graph is going to show us the relation between unemployment and inflation. And those are our two variables. So, inflation is going to be on the y-axis. Inflation. Which, for a sticker, can anyone tell me what inflation is? Prices go up. Yay, Bella. Prices go up over time. Fantastic. Here is. You haven't gotten a sticker yet?
Always wanted
Even in psych? No, you got stickers. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's say it like, man, I'm really awful. Inflation and then unemployment is going to be on the y-axis.
Does Philip
And by y, I mean x. Sorry. What?
Does Philip has 2 L's?
Yes, it does. It's Phillips. Phillips curve.
Phillips.
Mr. Phillips. I'm going to give you some time to think, and I want you to think, and talk to people around you. Try to come to a consensus, maybe we'll vote or something. What do you think the relationship between these two variables are? Inflation, which is prices going up and down, and unemployment. Do you think that they're directly related? They both go up? Do you think they're inversely related? One goes up while the other one goes down? Do you think that there's no relationship and it's like an undefined straight line? Like, what do you think the relationship is between these two variables? Talk. Think about this. One of those things that I said is right. It's not like, oh, you're all wrong. It's a circle. No, it's gonna be something that I just said.
So if unemployment goes up, means less people actually listen to their so they can't make products.
You're on the right track.
Unemployment goes up.
I mean,
Yes.
inflation increases prices
They both go up.
So
price of the wage
Yeah.
also increases.
And it's like upper substance. Okay.
Or also,
Yeah, I agree.
because there's less people working as before.
if less people work.
But I don't have a degree in
I was
economics.
thinking things cost more. Oh wait, you can't afford to pay these people as much. So you think, hey, I'll meet Jimmy.
Okay.
I think Jimmy can go ahead and
Inversely related, directly related. I don't think that they're not related.
Because, well, if there was less people, me as a seller, I would raise my prices because I know people have money to buy my stuff.
Okay. So who thinks that they're directly related? They both go up. It's not a circle.
one goes up, the other goes up.
Yeah, they're directly related. If one goes up, the other one goes up. Who thinks they're indirectly related? If one goes up, the other one goes down. Okay.
Wait, I don't know. Choose my answer.
To what?
I don't know.
So I don't know. That wasn't a choice. Like
I abstained.
You abstain. Okay. Caitlin,
Is it the higher the unemployment, the lower the inflation?
why do you say that? Tell me.
So I do a little picture of it.
God, crap. Yes. cheater. Yeah, let's do that.
So they're inversely related?
They're inversely related.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because what Carson just said.
You said it was objective.
I didn't say that.
It's
I said that's interesting.
Oh, that part. Oh, I think you're talking about.
Oh, that first part. No, the first part y'all said directly related, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's wrong.
Because okay.
Okay.
Okay, that part.
Yeah. So sometimes it's drawn like this. Sometimes it's drawn like this, like past the axes. How did that happen?
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
I know.
Over.
What? That's not what this is. Travis? Not Travis. Braden? Deflation. This is 0% inflation. Can you have less than 0% inflation? Yeah, you
Yes.
can have deflation. Of course, that would go in the fourth quadrant. So this is like first, second, third, fourth. That would be in the fourth quadrant. You're not going to see this very often. You're going to see most graphs like this, but this is also right. So don't think like, I thought we couldn't touch the x. Well, you can here. So of course you can do that. I'm probably not. I'm going to draw it like the one you see on the board. But let's say that you go from point, let's say, A to point B. From point A to point B, what's happening to prices?
Oh, they're going down.
They're going down.
Not increasing.
Well, no, they're going down.
They're going down.
I see what you mean. Like there's less inflation, so that does mean prices are going down. But I see what you're saying. What about unemployment?
It's going up.
It's going up. What type of economy do you think that this is? A bad one. Like the unemployment's going up, and like Carson was saying, and he was saying the flip side of this. But he was saying, well, if people have money, like if everyone has a job, I'm going to raise my prices. But if everyone doesn't have a job, if there's really high unemployment, they're not going to raise their prices during a recession. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, no one's buying it now because no one has a job. Let me raise prices to see if they're going to buy it. No, they're going to lower prices. So these kind of go together. It's like a trade-off. Either you're going to have like low prices, but no one has a job, or hey, unemployment is going down, but the flip side is inflation's going up. So there is a trade-off in the short run, because that's what this is. This is the short run Phillips curve, SRPC. Okay, so we have SRPC. So there has to be an LRPC, a long run Phillips curve. The question is, in the long run, what's the relationship? Think, talk, discuss. In the long run, what do you think the relationship is in the long run? No, it's not a circle, if that's what I heard. Okay. Straight line, horizontal, vertical, what?
Probably.
That's not a straight line, that's upper sloping line.
Well, because if
No.
inflation keeps going, unemployment.
Okay, you're gonna have to not say words like parabola, because honestly, I don't really know what that means. Like, that's a parabola. Cool, is that a clown's name? I don't even know what that is. Parabola the clown. It's a U? No, it's not a U.
That's what it's about.
Like this, is that a parabola?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a half parabola.
Cool. That's the letter U on a graph. I don't know what the heck a parabola is. So what do you think it is in the long run? In the long run, what's the relationship between inflation and unemployment? What? Why? Keep going with that. Oh, where are you getting that information from? Braden, is anyone else talking and saying right answers? No, I'm talking to you, right? So you must have something to say. I wouldn't talk to people that's not gonna give me anything. Good.
So they have no relation because in the long run, price of land
Yeah, right. Right. And GDP is completely related to unemployment. If GDP is going up and the economy is getting better, what happens to unemployment?
goes down.
It goes down, and vice versa. GDP falls and the economy gets worse, there will be more people that are unemployed. But in the long run, if price level doesn't affect GDP, and GDP affects unemployment, there's no way that price level can affect unemployment in the long run. Does anyone remember like what unemployment will be in the long run?
4 to 6%.
4 to 6%, and that right there is like 100%.
That's what
Who
I
said
said.
it?
I said,
Well,
I
because
said
if
vertical.
it keeps going like that and no one does anything to fix it, then the prices will keep going down, and they'll have to keep firing people because they can't afford to keep it.
That's incorrect.
Until no one has a job.
Nope. Either there will be fiscal and monetary policy that will kick in, whether it be automatic or discretionary, but you don't know what any of those things mean. Yes.
That would be someone doing something to fix it.
Yes,
But
well,
what
that's
if
the
nobody
discretionary.
does?
There's automatic fiscal policy and automatic monetary policy, which we'll talk about later.
Oh, yeah.
But LRPC, in the long run, inflation does not affect unemployment because in the long run, we will be at this line. We will have full employment, which is that 4 to 6%. Bella?
Do you draw it with the short rail or just the long rail?
You draw both. But this is like, you know what we said? LRAS shifts, but we're not going to graph it. LRPC does not shift. And we for sure won't graph it because it does not shift, even in like theory. Because that would be redefining what it means to be unemployed. Like if you were to shift it to the right, you're redefining the natural rate of unemployment. You can't redefine something that's just a definition. So LRPC is like a straight line. It is vertical. It does not change. It does not shift. It does not do anything. It's just there. It's there to show you how far away you are from fully employed. Are you over here? Are you there? What's going on? Okay. We're going to do something today. I'm kind of excited about it. Beautiful. Already that. Did you know that if you have two graphs with basically the same y-axis, you can connect them and drive the equilibrium all the way across? And the change of one will change them all. Inflation is basically unemployment. Oh, just kidding. Inflation is basically the price level. So I'm going to give you some time to draw this in your notes, but I want you to like don't make it small. Don't make it tiny. Give yourself some space. And notice how mine is like kind of staggered. Like have your aggregate supply and demand just a little bit lower than your Phillips curve. Because the equilibrium is kind of in the center of this graph, the equilibrium here is on the lower end, so it would be too high if you had them together. Good question, Mike.
Is that a long run line allowed to touch the?
Yes, yes. The long runs, and there's only two long runs. There's long run aggregate supply, and there's long run Phillips curve, and everything else doesn't touch. Those are the only two lines that do touch because they're the only long run anythings. Boop, 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 boop.
Do our groups need to connect like that?
They do need to connect like that.
My graph's not blue.
Kind of hard to do the first time. Of like staggering. Sir Ross and Ross, and now Sir Park. I don't even know how to say that. There's no vowels. Okay. How are we doing with our boobs? Good. No one said boop, boop, boop. It kind of makes me sad. Can we do okay? I've heard that people have. I don't think you're allowed to speak. No, but I've heard like several times where it's just like. I think one person did that like loudly one time on an FRQ, and then the whole like room was like, haha, and then everyone shut up.
We should all poop at the same time.
But I know, I know that like Dylan Morgan, he says I don't want to poop like the rest of them, so he's like, like he just, he's like, and it's just all weird. Okay, Cole, you just swallowed something. Sorry, I didn't mean to like. Okay, Give me a situation that would shift aggregate demand to the left.
Price levels going down. Wait, no. Lack consumption.
Nope. You said it. You said it. Just. Cole, can you give me a situation that would shift aggregate demand?
Not price level.
That is correct. A not change in price level. What would shift aggregate demand to the left? Just give me any scenario.
Lack consumption.
A lack of consumption. Consumption goes down. Love it. Simple. Correct. Consumption decreases. And aggregate demand shifts to the left. So let's do it. Aggregate. Oh, I forgot my equilibriums. 1, 1, 1, 1. Aggregate demand shifts to the left. Here it goes to the left. Aggregate demand to the left. We have a new equilibrium right here, where SRIS and aggregate demand curve 2 intersect. 2. Stickers. Anyone that can tell me what type of gap we just created? A recessionary gap. I heard Cooper say recessionary gap. There's some bananas. That's a recession.
Can we have rulers in AP test?
Nope. Your graphs don't have to be like, I mean, your graphs are fine.
It would be nice if they were perfect.
It would be, but we just gonna have to settle with our best that we can do without a ruler. So, here's what we're gonna do. Oh, can anyone have a price level here? The price level went down. When consumption decreases and aggregate demand shifts to the left, prices fall. And what happened in GDP, Travis? It went down. It's getting closer to 0, so it went down. All right, so let's take our graph, and you're going to see right now if your graphs were staggered correctly or not. Isn't it beautiful? It's gorgeous. That is our new equilibrium over here. Charlie,
Yes.
what happened to price level?
And what just happened? They went down.
Yeah, it went down. What's another way to say price level?
Inflation.
And what just happened to inflation?
It went down.
It makes sense because they would both move in the same direction since they're the same thing. And if GDP went down, what's happening to the economy?
Not good things.
Not good things. It's a
Unemployment
recession.
going up.
And unemployment goes up during recession. And so a shift in aggregate demand. What happened to the Phillips curve because of it? This is a shift. What is this? A what? A movement. A shift of aggregate demand causes a movement on the short run Phillips curve. A shift of aggregate demand causes a movement on the short run Phillips curve. Oh, what if I have a situation? Lizzie, give me a situation that shifts aggregate demand to the right. Don't say price level.
Oh, more exports.
More exports. Simple. In the net exports. If she said more imports, that would actually hurt net exports, but she said more exports, which raises our net exports, raises our aggregate demand, and it causes us to shift to the right. More exports. We export more stuff to different countries. More exports. XN goes up. Aggregate demand goes up, and it shifts to the right. Stickers. Anyone that can tell me what gap we're about to create? What type? Be specific.
Demand.
Demand
Cool.
pool. Demand pool. Sorry that I messed that up in the quiz today.
Can I get it?
I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know either. They're supposed to be like treats, and so I'm thinking maybe that's like
A wrapped chocolate or something.
maybe or like flan, because there's some churros over here. So I thought maybe it was like very like multicultural. All right, so aggregate demand shifts to the right, the curve AD3. We now have a new equilibrium, which just happens to be demand pull inflation. Three. Brennan, what happened to, oh, sorry, you jumped. You jumped. I scared you. Oh, what happened to price level? It went up. What happened to GDP? It went up as well because it's going further away from zero. Price level went up. Real GDP went up. Let's bring our equilibrium over. Price level went up. Inflation goes up. That's the same thing. Of course, it's going to go up. And if GDP went up because aggregate demand shifted to the right, more people have a job. The economy is getting better. So the unemployment numbers are going to fall. They're going to get closer to zero. A shift of aggregate demand caused a movement on the short and Phillips curve. This one down here, this is a recession. That point down there. This point up here is demand pull inflation. Let's find out. Look what I'm going to do, because I can. Reset. Reset. Try it again. Lizzie? Cost push inflation is when aggregate supply shifts to the left, raising prices and lowering your GDP. Prices go up and GDP goes down. It's worse than a recession because it's like you lost your job and things are more expensive. That sucks. Okay. No. Situation. Mitchell, give me a situation that would shift aggregate supply to the left. Love it. Great. Input prices go up. Input prices go up. Short run aggregate supply decreases because of it. And shift to the left. Let's do it. We were at 1, 1, and 1, and 1. Short aggregate supply is going to decrease and shift to the left. Lizzie, what shift is, or what is this? The cost push, also called? Nope. Cost push, also called? No, that's also recession. Stagflation. This is stagflation, also called cost push. Inflation's going up and GDP is going down. So this is stagflation, not the depression.
No, well, no, it's sad.
Oh.
Because things are bad and the prices.
Yes, yes. Like you
Not
lost your job
depressing,
and like
sad.
your groceries cost more.
Mhm.
Good luck with that. Stagflations or cost push is all the same thing. Bella, what happened to prices? They increased. So inflation went up, so let's say here, from like 1 to let's say 2. But then unemployment. What happened to unemployment? Because GDP just fell. So they're both increasing. Okay, so we go from here like here. It's like here. How can you have a point there?
It's like
That point's on a curve. How can we get a curve there? What? Yeah. SRPC2. A shift of aggregate supply shifts this short and Phillips curve. Same direction, opposite direction. What direction did we just go? supply went, follow what? And Phillips curve went, so in opposite direction. The short run Phillips curve is shifted by short run aggregate supply, but they go in the opposite direction. If aggregate supply decreases, the Phillips curve is actually going to shift outwards and to the right. This right here is cost push inflation. This is cost push inflation. Isn't it beautiful?
I have a question.
I have an answer.
It's a dumb question, but you're gonna say there's no dumb questions.
I'm not ever going to say that. There are dumb questions.
Okay. Well, I was drawing my graphs.
Okay.
The other day, so I was paying attention.
Okay.
Why did the two loops go past and not go down where it connected to SRPC one?
You are saying why?
Like on the last one, when it hit SRPC one,
Yes.
it went down.
What went down?
The loops, the down loops. You
Went down?
past and down loops.
Yeah, because both unemployment and inflation both went up.
How did you know that's where you went down loops?
I picked the point in more than that.
Oh, so just any point?
Any point more than that.
Okay.
Yes,
So a shifting SRA, how about a shifting SRP?
but in the opposite direction. Yes, I'm gonna write that down. So actually, I'm gonna write it down right here. A shift of SRAS will cause a shift in SRPC, but in the opposite direction. Please. Any situation that shifts aggregate supply to the right.
To the right.
To the right. We just did left. Give me another situation to the right.
Future prices going down. Expectation.
Yes.
Future
And if
prices.
they are, you expect them to go down, then they will. And if aggregate supply shifts to the right, they will go down. So you know that fits. So yes. If sellers expect prices to fall, that one was a really tricky one to make up, but yes. Situation, if sellers expect prices to fall, that's an expectations thing. If you just said prices falling, I would slap you. But if you expect prices to fall, that's a shifter. So if you expect prices to fall, SRAS will increase, which is what causes prices to fall in the first place. SRAS shift to the right. There's a new equilibrium. Price level fell. GDP goes up. Does anyone know the name of this shift? Cost push, demand, well, there's recession. No one remembers? It is a good kind. It's not called that. It's not called anything. This one doesn't have a name.
Oh.
I never mentioned it because it doesn't have a name.
Why would you ask this thing?
To see if you were paying attention. It's a teacher thing to do. It's thought-provoking.
Wow.
Wait a second. Prices fell. They fell from, like, let's say here to here. And the economy's getting better. Like, unemployment's falling. This is great. Like, you have a job and things are cheaper. Unemployment numbers go down to, like, let's say 3, and then price inflation goes down because it's the leverage shift over here. Short run Phillips curve 3. There's no name for that. But short run Phillips curve shifting inwards is the best type of shift. Because short run aggregate supply shifting rightwards is the best type of shift. They're the same. Rightward shifts here, leftward shifts here. The shift of aggregate supply will cause a shift of the Phillips curve just in the opposite direction. God, that's beautiful. How do you not love it? Love it. You love it. I love it. We all love it. Equally and together.
Yay.
Yay.
We love it. Yay, I love it. Yay.
It's so pretty.
That graph made my day.
I'm gonna cry.
Thanks,
I go
Carson.
That graph.
That graph is gorgeous.
I wish I could draw a graph.
I think we're now like the halfway mark of like grass we know
Okay.
Wait.
versus grass we don't.
Okay.
There's more. There's definitely more.
How about like 3?